Well, hello guys, my name is Danny, better known as Dexsor, and welcome to my Phase 5 response. This is my first ever video log, so, I'm a little bit nervous. This is probably the first time any of you have ever seen what I look like. Now, before I get into the Phase 5 questions, I just want to talk a little bit about myself, so you know who I am, and, things like that, so, you know, uh, let's just get into that. Now, before I say anything, though, I just want to say I haven't put a shirt and tie on, especially for this occasion. Um, I've just got back from a job interview, and I had a bit of free time, so I thought, oh, okay, I'll do my Phase 5 video log now, and get that out of the way. So this isn't how I normally dress. I'm not some businessman with 3 kids and a mortgage. You know what I mean? So. But anyway, let's get into it. So yeah, you lot probably know me as Dexsor. My real name is Danny. I'm 22 years of age. I'll be 23 in a couple of weeks' time. I'm from Staffordshire, which is in the United Kingdom. I live at home with my mum and dad. I work full time as an administrator. Bit of a background about my YouTube. I've been around on YouTube for quite a while now. I started, YouTube and stuff back in the release of Modern Warfare 2, and I've been making videos ever since, really. I haven't really, I didn't really take this tremendously seriously up until around 18 months ago. I used to make videos and things like that, but I was never serious about it. I didn't want to better myself as a player or as a person, in what I do. And then, around 18 months ago, I started to look at my clips and my previous videos and decided that I wanted more. I wanted better than what I had now. So I started to, knuckle down, and try and become the best player that I can be. And I'm still not 100% happy with where I am. I am where I am at the end of the day, but so that's just a little bit of a basic background of me, who I am. So I'm gonna get into the questions that FaZe have asked now. I'm gonna pretty much answer them combined. So because I'll be able to express more what I want to say if I answer them together. So that's what I'm gonna do. So the 2 questions were: why do you want to be a part of FaZe Clan, and why should we pick you to win? For me, this isn't the most difficult question in the world. I think most people who do this as a serious hobby would love to be a part of the biggest and best team possible that's out there. It gives you an opportunity to show off your full potential as a player, and also to express your personality, and get people to know who you are, and interact with people the best that you can. But I think that's quite a selfish way of looking at things. There's various other reasons why people should want to be a part of FaZe, and them reasons to me is that you've got to remember that the owners and the leaders of FaZe, this isn't just a hobby. This is their passion, their pride and joy, and more importantly, it's their job and their source of income. And they put a lot of time and effort into this, and I think sometimes people don't look into that. Because joining FaZe, it's something that should be took very, very seriously, because as much as it's a source of entertainment on YouTube and things like that, it's now more of a business. And I think when you look at things in the light of it's now a business, there's also professionalism that needs to come with that. A certain personality, and a way in which you act in what you do. You've got to have a sort of personality. You can't be the kind of person that chats shit to people, and you're disrespectful, and doesn't speak to people in a correct way, because then that reflects badly on FaZe. It's exactly the same as if you were you work for a company, and outside of all this YouTube and COD stuff. Let's base it around that more than anything. It's you wouldn't go to work, and you wouldn't start effing and blinding and doing whatever you do you know, because that would reflect badly on not only reflect badly on yourself, but it would reflect badly on FaZe. And you know, when FaZe is as big as it is and it's progressing as fast as it is, you can't, you know, you can't do things like that. So I think you need to be really professional and, you know, in what you do. As I said earlier, you shouldn't be looking to join FaZe solely to benefit yourself. FaZe have got, you know, they've worked really hard to get to where they are. I mean, you know, they started off exactly the same as anybody else, and they've done something special that's made them stand out from the rest. And by picking you as a person, you've also got to do that. You've got to stand out. You've got to take pride in this exactly the same way they have, because they wouldn't have got to where they are without doing that. So, you know, that's really important, because naturally everybody knows when you join FaZe, your channel's going to grow, your Twitter's going to grow, your Twitch is going to grow, you're going to grow, you're going to become more exposed naturally as a person. And you know, you've then got to look at the flip side, because they're instantly giving you everything, but you've got to think about what you can give to them, because life isn't all about taking. You've got to, you know, you've got to give as well for it to be even. So, you know, you got to treat this as it's the biggest opportunity you will ever get in your life, in this hobby anyway. Any other hobbies would be different scenarios, but this is the biggest, like, opportunity you will ever get, and you shouldn't take advantage of that. You know, like me personally, I'd want to join FaZe Clan with an ambition and a focus on helping FaZe develop further than they already have. Now, they've developed and grown on a ridiculous level. I mean, the rate in which FaZe has become as big as it has is unbelievable. It's you know, you wouldn't think that a YouTube channel of just COD players could be so popular. And I mean, you know, nearly 3 million subscribers. That's a lot of people if you think about it. It's a humongous figure. You know, so the ambition and focus on, you know, you've got to interact with it. You've got to be a part of the team. You aren't just there to play and upload videos. I think that you need to input as well. I mean, you know, Temper and Banks and Seabass, they're fantastic. They know exactly what they're doing. But sometimes somebody else has got a better idea, or, you know, an interesting idea that they may not have thought of, that could help FaZe grow as not, you know, as not only just an entertainment factor, as a business. They can progress as a business, and that's one thing that Temper and Banks will be, you know, are always looking for, because naturally every business wants to grow more and more every single day. So, you know, that's what you've got to do. You've got to develop your personality into it, your ideas and your ambitions in order to help FaZe grow, because not only if you do that, will that give you a real big sense of achievement. It'll make the leaders extremely happy, because obviously it's success and it's helping them grow further than they can. But what you've got to look at, as long as that is having just ideas and a certain personality, is not the full package. I mean, you've obviously got to be a good enough player and dedicated to what you do. And as I said earlier, you know, I've started to become really dedicated to what I do. I'm enjoying it more than ever. Recently I've been starting some new things like commentaries, and you know, I want to start streaming. At the minute, my graphics card, I've tested it out, my graphics card cannot handle streaming, so the rest of my computer's fine, my graphics card's just a bit, you know, not right. So I want to get into streaming, and I want to start building a fan base, mainly because I want to start interacting with people. I mean, there's people like myself now who want to be a part of FaZe, and you know, if you're given that opportunity, I think you should make the most of it, not only to help yourself but to help the others around you. I mean, everybody wants to get to FaZe, or, you know, progress to other teams, so that's the way you look at it. And when you stream, you can interact with people will ask you questions, and when these people ask you questions, you can give them advice and tips on how to either better themselves as a player, or better their channel, or ideas they can do in order for teams to recognise and notice them, and then they can finally get to where they want to get. And by doing that, you know, that gives you a good reputation as a person. You know, people will respect you because you're willing to help others, and it also looks good on FaZe because you as an individual is doing something kind for other people. You know, like I said earlier, life isn't all about taking. You know, if you get the position of FaZe, you got to give back. You can't just sit back and take all that. You know, I would do everything I can to help even the smallest of channels, somebody with 15 subs, if they wanted my help, either with video ideas or, you know, things in order to make them a better player. By God, I would help them, because we all started off there, you know, at some point, you know, in our career, I guess you could say. You know, and that's what I'd love to do. I'd love for, you know, to be a part of FaZe and help my channel grow, help, you know, FaZe, you know, maybe come up with new ideas, and to help others. Helping others is something I really enjoy doing, not just in my everyday life, you know, but, you know, on here I've got my friends. I do all I can. I'm not the most popular or known person out there, but I do what I can, and you know, that's important to me, you know. So that's pretty much it, guys. To be fair, that's all I've got to say. So you've all seen what I look like now. This is me. I might look a little bit red on this webcam, I'm not sure. It's not the greatest. It only cost me like £20. I've had it for about 2 years now, so I'll probably look into getting a little bit of a better one, because I can see the quality's not 100%. So you've learned a little bit about me, who I am, you know, what I do. Now it's time for my clips. Obviously I didn't have the best time with clips. Predominantly I'm normally an MW2 and MW3 player, and only recently, over probably the past month, maybe 2 months at most, I've started to get into Black Ops 2, and I really wanted to try and focus my response on Black Ops 2. I did try and play MW3 whilst doing the FaZe 5, but I just couldn't. You know, the lobbies and stuff, obviously with so many people doing this response, they weren't enjoyable to play. That's why I've only pretty much got like one MW3 clip in the whole thing. So, you know, it's predominantly Black Ops 2. I did what I could. I think I did pretty well, seeing as I've only just really got into it. I'll put my 3 best clips at the start, followed by my GF5 stuff. So yeah, I've been Dexsor. I hope you guys enjoyed this and you enjoy my clips, and wish me good luck. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Oh, go on, Deacon. Oh, oh my fucking god! I think that was a 6 on screen. DK, yeah. I'm almost certain.
Waypoint ready. Dropped him.
UAV on standby.
Shooter down.
Guardian ready for deployment.
Gun down.
UAV awaiting orders.
UAV awaiting orders. Guardian ready for deployment. Lightning strike on standby. Keep pressing the fight. We're ahead.
Sniper down. Sniper, get down.
Hunter killer drone deployed.
Waypoint in action.
UAV awaiting orders.
Shut up.
Guardian ready to deploy.
KIA!
UAV awaiting orders. We'll win this fight.
Clear. Drive. Down. He's gone.
UAV on standby.
Sniper!
UAV on standby.
Dexsor!
We're winning this fight. Lightning strike on standby.
Hostile ships on radar. Enemy care package incoming.
Tackets are placed!
We've pulled forward. Pressing the fight. We're taking it to him.
Confirmed. He's gone. Kill confirmed.
Mission almost complete. Deploy now. UAV
Gun down.
UAV awaiting orders.
Threat down. Laying tack insert. That's a kill. KIA.
UAV awaiting orders.
Friendly Hellstorm missile inbound.